Everyone, please welcome Simon Cowell and Terry Crews. Hello. It's great to be in your home of America's Got Talent Extreme. Yes. In the lounge.
Yeah, this is it.
Chilling, chillaxing in the lounge.
It's an extreme lounge.
Yes.
But because we look extremely good.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Good lighting, nice lounge, you're right.
Yes, yes.
It's all about.
Better than ever. Well, Simon, first off, I want to ask you, share with us how AGT Extreme is bigger and wilder than the other AGT shows that we've seen yet.
This is a true story, is that when on the first day I met Terry, when we did Champions, in a break like this, we were chatting and we were getting to know each other. So you know what, T, one day I'd love to make an extreme version of the show. How do you feel about it? So he said, count me in. I went, done. So that was 3 years ago. And then at the beginning of this year, we got the yes from NBC to say, you can make it this year. So I'm like, Christ, okay. And genuinely, I mean, we just kind of, everything was last minute, right?
Yeah, it was last second.
And when I say everything, it was like down to the wire. Whether it was the acts, getting the judges, everything was last second. And then we had to have a very, very brief conversation as to how do you define extreme? And it's like, well, I guess it's anything you wouldn't see on another show, kind of comes under the extreme banner. And let's see what happens. And the funny thing is, it reminds me, because when we did Champions together, very similar. We didn't really know what we were making until day one, and then it kind of clicked. And this has been a very similar experience.
Wow.
You have to understand, what I love is the uncertainty.
Yeah.
I thrive on uncertainty. This is one thing I love about the lives of Adobe, the fact that anything can happen. The fact that it's live, the fact that, oh my God, this is not ready, the prompter went out, what are we gonna do? And I live in that moment. Now, you have to understand, when you're talking about extreme, that's the people who jones for that. That's what this show is all about. It's like, really, truly, not only can anything happen, you can get injured while you're doing it, which is a whole nother level of, it's kind of like, one thing I talk to these guys about, and it's their passion, but it also, in the moment between life and death, they feel alive.
Yeah.
It's when they feel they're at their best, they feel the flow, they feel the connection to everything. And I study that. My time in the NFL was like that.
Yeah.
And I keep jonesing for that. Like, the more you go on, you don't want to just go off into the sunset. You want to keep searching for that. And this show is the culmination of all these things. It's absolutely my dream show.
Now, Terry, how does it feel to host and witness these explosive acts right here in Atlanta?
Oh, it's great. You know, it's funny because all my family is based here on both sides. My mother and father's side are based here in Georgia.
That's cool.
I have family members right here in Atlanta. It was like coming home. I used to come here every summer as a kid. And so I was like, it's just like I'm coming home to my hometown. That's how it feels.
In fact, I sent Terry a text 2 days before he got here, and I went, you know what? This is going to be good for our soul being here, right?
And when I got here, I was like, oh, it is.
Yeah, it's cool.
The food, by the way.
Now, have you guys got to do anything in Atlanta outside of production? I mean, of course, there's long shoots, long days of filming here, but have you guys got to do anything fun in Atlanta?
I'm by a lake.
Yeah, he lives right.
I found a lake.
Okay.
You've been jet skiing, paddleboarding, helicopters,
everything.
Everything. I've been going all around Atlanta, going to different restaurants, meeting with family, just hanging out.
Have you seen Tyler Perry? No, I'm kidding.
I've done Tyler Perry movies here.
Yeah.
I've done that here. I've done lots of movies here. I did Lottery Ticket here. I did Single Moms Clubs here. I've shot a lot of stuff here in Atlanta. So it's awesome. It's just like, it feels like home.
Now, Simon, how did the idea come about for this new installment in the AGT franchise?
It was a bit like Champions, really. You know, I thought logically it was a good idea to do a show where the best of the best could compete with each other. With this show, it was, what can't we do on the main show? because this stuff you just can't. I mean, you've seen. I mean, each one of these acts is probably what 2 or 3 hours in setup.
Yes,
and really it works at night time. So
lots of fire.
A lot of fire. My God,
lots of fire.
The pyro
Can't do that indoors.
So this is more like making a movie. No, but it's been a buzz. And to Terry's point, that adrenaline you feel before an act. Because we just get a call, right, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever it is. So we go, you know, on our bikes, golf carts, and we go from here to there, and then you see these massive contraptions. You're like, what are you going to do? And then it's like, my God.
Yes.
I mean, I've been trying to describe some of the acts, and I'm like, actually, I'm not even going to bother.
So have your stomachs been in knots? In knots?
Yes.
Like seeing something, because you're like, oh no, I hope this does not go wrong. We have full trust in them, but...
Yeah. I mean, about 5 times I've said genuinely, even today I said it, just don't do it.
No, I was right there.
Don't do it.
No, I'm not kidding. I was right there. He literally is talking to the act. He says, listen, you don't have to do this. He's like, I'm actually scared for you. Don't do this. And the guy says, I'm going.
I just went.
And then he just went. Like, he didn't want Simon to stop it. That's what I love about this.
They are crazy, these people.
Now, are you guys going to pull any pranks? Because in AGT last year, you pulled a prank on Sophia.
Can't tell anyone if you're ever going to do a prank. That's the lesson.
Yeah. Listen, first of all,
if it's going to happen, it happens.
Yeah, exactly. You can't telegraph that, but at the same time, this stuff is so dangerous.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, like, I've done a lot. Like, I remember doing The Expendables, big giant action movie and all that stuff. And then people got hurt. And when I say hurt, seriously injured for a movie. You know what I mean? This is the everything is dangerous. Everything can kill you.
Yeah.
Every act we have to ask, like, could you die? And the answer is always yes.
Yeah.
And you're like,
It's
apart from
really,
one,
really wild.
the synchronized swimmers, I would say that was.
No, they could drown, but they were too good. But I would drown going in there to interview them. That's where the death would happen.
That was when I thought maybe the show isn't going to work. That was day one. Then it got better. But no, it has been honestly brilliant. I tell you what I've loved, because I've done these shows a lot. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, when we do interviews like this, you know, what's the series? Oh, it's amazing, you know, best actor I've ever seen, blah, blah, blah. And this show, I can honestly say, trust me, I promise you, you have never seen anything like this in your life. Like I said, it's difficult to describe. Plus, these people are really, really, really competitive. So they see one in rehearsals and they're like, you know what, maybe I could just go that extra yard and do something slightly different from what I rehearsed to do. So, you know, when we eventually get to the final, I mean, it's going to be amazing.
oh my goodness. Well, I cannot wait to watch. Now, Terry, as production has been filming here in Atlanta, at Atlanta Motor Speedway, what is one act that has been really mind-blowing so far as we're sitting here talking about how explosive these acts are?
Well, I have to give it up to, there's one AGT consistently amazing person. His name is Alfredo. He's part of Deadly Games. So he goes on the show. The first time I do Champions, I see him throwing knives at this woman, and they're literally a millimeter from her face. Then he does a bow and arrow through. I'm holding a balloon in my mouth. He has a bow and arrow. He puts an arrow through a balloon. He does all that, and then he comes here, and I'm thinking, okay, where's the knives? He's on a motorcycle. And I'm going, this dude is a Superman. First of all, he is a superhero. He has superpowers. Wow. He literally can do anything.
And what he does is, again, you cannot describe what happened on this audition. It's like, just watch it.
You're not ready. I can tell you this right now. You're not ready to watch what he does. It's absolutely incredible.
Now, this just came to mind as you guys have been here for, you know, multiple days, weeks so far, filming and seeing all these acts. Do you think you've seen one act so far that could be the winner?
I've seen a lot.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
I have.
really? A lot.
And there's
maybe
more to go.
Maybe one today, actually.
Yeah, like every day there's a new, like, okay, he could do that. Oh, she could win that. Oh, she could do the whole thing. He could do. I'm always surprised because one thing I love about AGT is that it really, really shows that there is no limit to human potential, ever. You think you've seen it all, and you haven't. You just haven't.
And it's been one of the top shows to watch on NBC too. Viewers keep coming back. They're loving AGT. Like me, I love to watch it. It's a family show. You don't really see a lot of family programming on TV, and everyone can gather around the couch and watch this show.
Yeah, I like shows where, whether you're a professional or an amateur, if you've got something you kind of are great at, and we never put any rules on these shows, I mean literally no rules, then everyone's welcome and you don't know what's going to happen. You know, people ask me as a judge, do you know who's going to turn up? Like I said, I get a call, 2 minutes, haven't got a clue at any one time what they're going to do. And that's what I like about the show. It's that surprise element.
Now, Simon, I want to ask you, what was the process like to get an all-new panel for this particular show? Because we've seen a lot of the judges, you know, transition over the years in the AGT franchise, but you got Nikki, you got Travis, and you got you.
I'm not that stupid. I realized on this show, I needed people to guide me, right? I'm not an expert on this stuff, right? I can judge an act on a certain criteria, but the first thing we said is we've got to put people on the panel who actually know what they're talking about. Otherwise, we're going to guess. And if we guess, we look stupid, and I look stupid. And it was really interesting with Travis and Nikki. Soon as they were put forward, it was like, perfect. And literally within 5 minutes, same thing when I worked with Terry, first time, 5 minutes, you just know it's going to work. You know, great chemistry, fun, they know what they're talking about, and we've gotten really, really well. And it's, trust me, it's really helped me.